But you understand, we do have one game left to play. Hey, fantastic. Every single one of you. I mean, I'm not just talking about these last 60 minutes. I'm talking about the quarterback schools, the mini camp, the off-season, the training camp, down in Austin when it was hot and you were tired, the whole bit. Everybody, you did one hell of a job. And the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys?
Yo, Cowboy fans only. Yo, look, this is for the Cowboy fans. Eighth one to Jerry's World, yeah, we crowd those stands. Dak, he gon' spin it like a fan. And you know ID coming with it, Coach Quinn got the plan, yeah. This is for the Cowboy fans. Eighth one to Jerry's World, yeah, we crowd those stands. Dak, he gon' spin it like a fan. Yo. And you know ID coming with it, Coach Quinn got the plan. It's time to eat, off tackle or the sweep. Behind Terrace Collins, ain't no problem feeding Zeke. And Dak lick his chops when he see the lamb deep. You know 88 tradition that repeat. Coop route like Irvin, watch for Cedric in the slot. See us try to gallop to the end zone, they can't stop. Dalton up the seam, Jarwin carving up your team. Tony Pollard, X Factor, Kellen Moore with the scheme. We applying pressure with Lawrence and Gregory. QB's getting sacked, can't relax, rehab therapy. Micah got a hit list, Jalen Smith hit stick. No escaping, Leighton got him. Trayvon with the pick six, dig that. Kazi go kamikaze, the defense is solid. Find me in Dallas at Jerry's Palace among stars. Screaming Cowboy fans only, yeah. Screaming Cowboy fans only. This is for the Cowboy fans. Eighth one to Jerry's World, yeah, we crowd those stands. Dak, he gon' spin it like a fan. And you know ID coming with it, Coach Quinn got the plan, yeah. This is for the Cowboy fans. Eighth one to Jerry's World, yeah, we crowd those stands. Dak, he gon' spin it like a fan. And you know ID coming with it, Coach Quinn got the plan. Shout out J Tuck. Subscribe to his YouTube page, Cowboy fans only. CowboysFansOnly.com for all your merchandise. Cowboys stand up.
What's up, CFO gang? It's your boy J Tuck. Vikings fans, real Cowboys fans, stand up. And you now tuned into the Cowboys fans only channel. So if you're new, do your boy a huge favor, comment, like. Salute to my guy 1988. He says y'all need to hit that damn like button because this channel never shows up in my feed. So go ahead, give us a like, man, because we gotta get this content. Subscribe. Also follow your boy on Twitter at jtuck151. And of course, go to cowboysfansonly.com to get your official CFO merch, man. I appreciate all the support. Well, Cowboys fam, we got a lot to talk about tonight, man. You know, there's never really a dull moment when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, but I had to call on the big guns, man. I had to call on my guy, man, my brother, man. He's not even a guest of this show, man. He's like a brother to me, man. One of the people when I started doing this content, I just met and we just instantly clicked and relate to each other, man. So we're constantly talking on the phone. We like, let's go talk about it, bro. So CFO fam, with further ado, I'd like to welcome my guy, my bro, Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk in the building. What's going on, bro?
What's good with you, Tuck?
Good, man.
There's a lot going on.
a lot going on, fam. Like I said, we can never just kind of chill. Like, even though we tried to last week during the bye week, like kick back and relax a little bit, it's always something going on. And then today, here we are, man. So we're definitely going to chime in and talk about that. Salute to everybody in the chat. We see y'all, so keep those questions coming. We're definitely going to answer all of y'all questions, man. But for the people who live under a rock and don't know where to find you, bro, let them know where they can find you.
Yep, easiest place to find me, Cowboys Fan Talk. on YouTube and Cowboys _ fan talk on Twitter. If you want to holler at me midday, ask me questions, you know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and shoot a tweet at me. But yeah, Cowboys fan talk on YouTube, man. So where I get my thoughts out, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
I actually had to put something up before we got in here because, sometimes you got to just let your thoughts, come out, you know what I'm saying? What you thinking immediately.
You got to get it out, man. See, Rome is like real quick with videos, man. Like he gets it all out in videos. Me, I'm kind of a Twitter guy because I hear it, I go, be like to gather your thoughts, man. But it's all about the community, everybody coming together. So let's go ahead and get into today's news, man. So we're all sitting back, having a good old time. And then Clarence Hill and a few others drop the news. And Mike McCarthy during his interview looked for Lael Collins to compete to replace Connor Williams at left guard in an attempt to get the best 5 on the field. Now, before we dive into this, I want to give flowers to my guys, Law Nation, of course. Y'all should definitely check out Law Nation, but also Boss Cowboy Sports, man, because this past week has been on this whole best five whole idea. And I was kind of cool on the idea, but they was heavily, being vocal about that. And that's why I would tell y'all, man, you got to dive into the content creators because you're not going to get those thought processes when you watching ESPN and some of these other, like, they don't think like that.
They going to talk about tomorrow, though.
They don't talk about tomorrow, right? But it's after the fact, right? But since we are diehard Cowboys fans, we know what's going on with our organization. So we start putting thoughts together to get the best team out there, man. So, Rome, when this news broke, what was your initial thoughts?
Well, at first I was kind of like, I'm frustrated. I want best players on the field. I know that's kind of the point of what people have been saying, but my thing is this: if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But to that point, you would say, well, Terrace Steele been balling. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I get that, but I kind of was selfish in the fact that I wanted to see the starting line that I was told I was going to see in the preseason actually play a game together. And the irony is I still ain't got it yet because a new wrench was thrown into it today, and I might not never see that line combination. But, I'm a firm believer in, you deal with the chips that that you dealt. And if this is the line that I got to get used to, I just got to get used to it. I mean, what I'm supposed to do? I can't really call those shots.
Right.
I think that would be horrible. I just know Lael Collins went at the top of his game. He a nasty tackle. So that's why I want to see it.
Right. And I'm right there with you. And the reason why everyone was so vocal about it last week, I was like, the Cowboys have to want to see what their starting offensive line unit looks like together for one game. Because if you go back to Tampa and remember, y'all, we didn't have Zach Martin that game. We had Lael Collins, but we didn't have Zach Martin. So you would think that the Cowboys, from their standpoint, like, all right, let's see what the starting offensive line looks like. And then if they need to make adjustments, they will. But apparently something is going on with their kind of uneasy. Now, there's been so many different thought process when it comes to this idea. And I want to say this. When it comes to Terrace Steele, y'all, hats off. He did his job as a backup. But just like Ron said, he ain't no Lael Collins. And I think what's happening is with Lael, or it's not with Lael, but with Terrace, the bar was set so low, right? We just want him to be out there, and not get dominated and be okay. But since he did that, I think the expectations for Cowboys fans like, oh, he's playing at an outstanding level. That is not the case. He's playing decent as a backup right tackle. But just like Ron said, y'all, he is no Lael Collins. So it questions me to think, what is the thought process? Now, there are some people who think Lael's in the doghouse, which we'll talk about here soon, but also that the Cowboys are uneasy when it comes to Connor Williams. So what is your thoughts, bro? Do you think it's more that Lael's in the doghouse, or do you think that Connor Williams at the left guard position thus far hasn't played well and up to expectations?
I think it's both, man. Two things can be true. Connor Williams has been, he's serviceable. I don't like that, he gets so many penalties.
Right.
When it gets tough, he does get to I gotta do what I gotta do, and he'll hold. But I'm also a proponent. This ain't a fairy tale. We can't have 5 All-Pros across the board.
Right.
Somebody gonna be the weak link, and right. Connor Williams will start on multiple lines in the league, so he's not that bad. But I also feel like this is a doghouse move, and right. it's everything coupled together. Since Mike McCarthy's been the coach, Lael Collins has been doing nothing but getting on his nerves.
Right.
He became the coach. He showed up fat. He got in an accident. And I know that might not have been his fault. I'm just saying. He missed a whole year. He finally gets back. He's in great shape. But then you find out that he's trying to bribe testers and get suspended.
Right.
So, you know what? Mike McCarthy, I'm a parent. He's well within his right to have an attitude.
Right.
You know? And he ain't cut him because he ain't crazy. And he did get a big contract.
Right.
But right now, he's afforded the luxury with Terrace Steele to say, I know you back. And this is why he didn't announce it before, because if he announces that when he gets back, he's not going to start before, it don't sting the same. You wait all the way until he gets reinstated, until he's about to get on the practice field and say, oh, yeah, by the way, you might be playing guard, might be playing tackle. Either way, you ain't even starting. I don't know what to do with you.
Right.
So Lael Collins is at home searching his name on YouTube, on Twitter. He might be in the street.
He watches right now. He in the chat right
now.
You
know what I'm saying? And he in his feelings because he like, you know, you want such a high stature because we know what he could do at his apex, but everybody needs to get humbled.
Right. In
the video I did right before I jumped on here, you know, it ain't nothing that's more humbling than realizing that your job about to get taken.
Right.
Now we can line them up and say, you know, at the end of the day, who's better? I'm gonna probably say Collins. Am I saying that Terrace Steele, if he made this type of leap already, I'm not gonna put a ceiling on him. I don't know where he's gonna end up. I know this. I know DeMonte KZ, we signed him, right? And OTAs, whatever, blase. Then camp started. And he was not playing that well in camp for the first couple of days. I tell you one thing, when Malik Hooker got signed, he got a pick six that next practice.
Right.
Because he thought, all right, I guess I better get it together because I want to play. And Lael Collins, when he finally does touch that field, he gonna play like a man possessed because between the suspension and seeing his Dallas Cowboy mortality, he'll get a job if he leaves Dallas.
Right.
I'm just saying, it ain't no place like starting in Dallas and being nice, like the recognition you get. So he sees it now like, all right, man, when I do get my shot, I got to play my position on and off the field.
Right.
So I'm with that. I'm just, if we was in the AFC North, I might not be with it. But when you got this type of lead in NFC East, you can do a little small stuff. Now I want that 1 seed, but that's a conversation for another day.
Right.
Just don't jack it up too bad. Like say for instance, if it looks like we need Collins, don't hesitate to put him in just because you're trying to prove a point. I think your point is proved. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, and so I mean, and that's the hard part. So like I said, there's 3 different theories. One is the theory about the contracts, right? You know, how money kind of talks, and there's some backdoor situation with that. 2 is the doghouse situation, which Professor O, salute to my guy, said, if it's a doghouse move, why would we start him at guard? Moving from one starting spot to another spot is in punishment. Benching him outright is. But that's what we have to sit back and see.
But is he starting?
And that's what we have to sit back and see on Sunday, because here's the thing.
He look like he benched right now. It look like he's gonna be watching.
Right. And so it sounds like that Connor Williams has the starting job going into Sunday. It's his to lose. But from my standpoint is, how do you say the best 5 in the same breath and Lael Collins is not on the field?
I don't think to your credit, because he hasn't said best 5.
Yeah, Mike McCarthy said that. Best 5 came out.
He said it today?
Yeah, I think Mike McCarthy said the best 5 thing. I think if I'm reading the tweets right, and correct me if I'm wrong, I know Jane Slater said it.
I got to go back and check and see if he said it. If he said it, maybe he's trying to do too much, like do 2 things at once.
Right.
I do feel like this is a disciplined play. I do feel like there's a play behind it. Mike McCarthy cannot believe right now that Terrace Steele is better than Lael Collins, or he might just be nuts.
Exactly, because that's where I want to dive into. Because a lot of people, like I said, we assume that Terrace Steele is playing at an all-time level. He's playing better than he played last year. But if you look at his grades, like his best game was versus the Eagles. He's been drastically poor in pass protection and also run blocking the past 3 games. But we also got to add on the factor that we got Dak Prescott back, so it doesn't stand out as much as last year when we had Andy Dalton, Ben DiNucci.
And Zach Martin helps him out a lot.
And Zach Martin helps him out as well. And so, like, Dak gets rid of the ball, so you're looking at it from the standpoint, it's like, okay, we played the Chargers, Bosa didn't get no sacks, so Terrace Steele also did good. But like I said, Terrace Steele, he's been playing decent, or he's been
decent. That's it. That's the word.
Playing decent. But Lael Collins, y'all, he has the opportunity to dominate at right tackle. When Lael is on, he's top 8 right tackles in the NFL.
I would say top 5 when he was on.
Even top 5, because if you go back to the Tampa game, he was lights out versus the Bucs, which was no easy task. And so
this is my point. This is my point to what you're saying. When you build a team, after you get your quarterback, you go get a bookend tackle, left tackle, and then you get the right tackle.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Like offensive wise, I know you can go other positions, but I never heard nobody say you'll get that bookend guard.
Right.
I know guards are important. I'm not downplaying what Zach Martin do at all. That's
right.
gold jacket Zach. But my point is, I don't never see nobody like, you know what, I need to pull that tackle down and put him at guard, and I don't really care what's happening to tackle. Right. So that's what's kind of confusing to me, because it's like you said, Terrace Steele has been decent. So you gonna just let Dak's blind side?
Right.
Oh, not blind side, but you know what I'm saying?
His
backside not be straight?
Right. And that's what I understand. Salute to Skeptical Cowboys fan with the super chat. He said, go Cowboys, man. Appreciate you, bro.
That's my dude, Skeptical Cowboy fan, man.
Appreciate you, man.
We used to go back and forth, but that's my dude.
Appreciate you, man. But yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So if it's truly best 5, you got to have Lael Collins out there as your 5. Now, here's my biggest concern when it comes to this conversation, right? I do not understand why the focal point is on Connor Williams and not Tyler Biadasz. If you're looking at this team, especially this offensive line, Tyler B is the weakest part of this offensive line, who's been struggling drastically. So if you were to say, all right, Tuck, we're going to move Lael Collins to left guard and maybe Connor Williams to center, and that's the end game, okay, I'm with it. But as of right now, I feel like it doesn't give us this boost. And what I was trying to say,
this is like last year. It's the word development.
Right.
They feel like Tyler's still developing.
Right.
And they feel like Connor is done. He's been there long enough to like, this is it. And they feel like Tyler might be able to go up a notch like Terrace did. But they're looking at Connor like, hey dog, you've been here for about 4 years. Like, I don't know. This might be it.
But that's the thing, though. Connor Williams, y'all, is having one of his best seasons thus far. You know, and so so let me ask you this, Ron. When you watch the game, so you think, Connor Williams is the issue? Like, does that stand out? I don't see it. And I think when it comes
I feel like this. I feel like that little section, if you have to pick, it's the left guard and center.
Right, but it's the center.
If I gotta pick a specific position,
right
now, it's center.
Right.
Because the main thing is the blocking and is his snaps.
Right.
Like, he be messing up some plays because he throwing the timing off.
Right.
If you want to just keep it funky, like them snaps been a little, just because Dak can pick the ball up and still throw a touchdown don't mean it was a successful play.
Right. Right.
A bad quarterback, that whole play blown up. And he'd have done that all season.
Right. Yeah, I agree, and which could be costly. Like, luckily, like I said, Dak Prescott has cleaned up a lot of messes offensively, but also defensively. But yeah, some of those snaps could be costly. And I saw someone, I think Carlos just posted, I think someone said that, forget that Tyler's still necessarily a rookie. I understand that. But if you're really thinking about putting the best offensive line front moving forward for this season, the center position has to be addressed. And here's the situation that we've been backed in, bro. We don't have a competent backup center. It's either going to have to be Connor McGovern or Connor Williams to really take on that position if something was to happen with Tyler. So we're kind of stuck with Tyler. And so that's the thing. So it's like, I don't feel like Connor Williams has been playing that bad where he has to be replaced. You know, so I feel we should run through the starting offensive line and see.
I feel like, one, at the end of the day, Zach, sorry, I got stumbled on my words. Lael Collins coming back, he is still coming back. He's not, the continuity isn't there. So they do want to practice him some, work him in, and you know what? You're not starting right now. You don't just get back in with the first group. We're going to work you back in.
Now, is that due to play, or is that just due to his off the field stuff? Because
I think it's a little bit of both.
Because that could be applied to a lot of people, especially on the defensive side of the ball, though.
I 100% think it's disciplinary something too. Because he been tripping. I can't look. I'm not backing Lael Collins' behavior.
Right.
He been tripping. So my thing is this though, and this is when coaches will. There are double standards. You know that.
Right. There's politics. That's usual.
Some people can do what they want. Some people. So look. Long story short, let Danielle Hunter come out there and dominate Terrace Steele, and Dak get hit twice. All right, man. You learned your lesson. Get in the huddle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not going to come off your nose and spite your face. You try and prove a point. But if Terrace Steele miraculously have a bad game like early in this game, he won't even be Mike's choice. Jerry will tell, hey man, put Lael Collins back and tackle. The experiment is over.
And that's where I worry. What is Jerry thinking where he's going to see his starting right tackle?
He's trying to let him rock. Money? Jerry already said he thought Collins was starting. He showed his hand. They're just trying to not look like he's circumventing Mike. But if I'm telling you, to be honest with you, the person that got the most pressure right now, it's easy to ball when Lael on suspension. Hey, Terrace, you make one bad mistake and get our quarterback hit.
Right, who's dealing with
and
the calf injury.
And you coming off the field, big dog. Like, I don't, the best 5 until Dak get hit. And it's like, all right, man, come on off. Because that tackle position is
but why take that risk? Because
no. I'm with you. I don't take the risk if I'm me.
Right.
I would have talked to him. Forget disciplining him on the field. I'd be like, hey, look, don't do that no more. Like, because I got, you know me, Tuck, I'm all about the win.
Right.
I understand the discipline. I get it. Mm. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I get it. That don't make me hate Mike McCarthy because he's going to do plenty of stuff I don't like. But that don't make me hate a dude. My closest friends do stuff I don't like.
Right. Facts.
I don't kill the friends. All right, that's it. You just don't know. Like, right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just hope that he don't do nothing. Like, with that coming up, this injury, I wouldn't have played that game. But we here now. What we supposed to do? Unless by look, how about this?
Here's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to start your starting offensive line. Like, and here's the thing. Like, I was like I said last week, bro. I was chilling because like, man, we get Lael Collins back. Like, this offensive line is going to be boosted. But here we are. Now we want to play disciplined games. You know what I'm saying? Like, now's not the time for that. And here's what I want to say. Like I said, Terrace Steele has played decent. There is a huge gap between Lael Collins and Terrace Steele. I don't care how y'all want to twist it.
Well, they're looking at it like this. They're like, well, Terrace can run block well. Great. And running is uber important.
Right.
I ain't here to say it's not. But this is not a running league.
Right.
And I'm sorry. In the playoffs. So you run to get to the playoffs. But your quarterback gonna have to throw that ball to win a chip or real playoff games.
Right.
Let me tell you why. Because you can be the most illest running team in the world. Ask the Baltimore Ravens.
Right.
They got a quarterback coming at you, and I'm talking about their apex. Mm-hmm. When Ingram was balling too, like at their apex, not right now. Right? And eventually, you're gonna have to throw that ball. Mm. You know? And when it comes to that, we don't want to have a shaky tackle situation. Right. Now, this week we probably don't. Versus Minnesota, their run defense is terrible, and we're gonna probably road grade them. So Terrace still probably can't survive this week.
Right.
I'm talking about, when Aaron Rodgers come out there and you look up and it's 14-0.
Right.
You like,
got the area out in the middle of Green Bay,
and it's time.
Right.
And a team shows its real merit when everyone in the stadium and on TV know you got to throw, and can you do it?
Right. And think about what was that game where we had that mentality? It was versus Tampa, and they didn't run Terrace Steele out there week 1, did they? They had Lael Collins out there.
Tampa would have ate him up.
That's what I'm saying. and that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like when it comes to Terrace Steele, he did well versus Bosa, right? But he ain't played no real killers yet.
Who was on that side? JPP? Who he had to deal with?
Yeah, he'd had JPP over there.
Now he not.
Yeah.
And look, I know he did decent with Bosa. He did. He's been doing decent.
Right, decent. Yeah.
But the thing is, now Tampa was throwing the house. They was blitzing.
Right.
Zeke, even with what we had, Zeke had to say Dak like 8 times.
Right.
So maybe a year. I'm with you, Tuck, man. I'll just say this. This is the best way to put it because I don't want to be confusing to everybody, seem like I'm waffling. I understand the discipline because of cultural stuff, because I'm a parent.
Right.
But if I got to make a choice, I'm gonna let everybody know right now. I don't want to play no games. I want my tackle as a tackle.
Right.
I'm sorry. I love having Terrace Steele as a swing tackle.
Right.
I do. I love having him as an amazing swing tackle. And in the offseason, if y'all want to revisit this and talk about, well, maybe we should move on, then maybe I can wrap my mind around it, giving Terrace Steele another full offseason. But right now, in the midst of it, I'm going to just call it a run. Let's just call it a run. I ain't going to call it nothing more than that. You don't play no games, son. What you talk? You playing games,
right? and that's the thing. Mike McCarthy said that he wants to keep Terrace Steele out there for the sake of the continuity of the offensive line. Well, taking Connor Williams out changes the continuity of the offensive line as well, and so it's going to be interesting to see what really happens on Sunday, bro. But it's like I have a hard time seeing Lael Collins to stand on the sideline. Like if I see that on Sunday, bro, I ain't gonna be too happy. I just think.
What if 2 days of practice happen and then Lael starting at tackle in a day or two?
Right. I mean, good.
And then I'm just saying, like, so all this extra noise that we making, like, this is what I hate about it, because you can guess right like 5% of the time, and then just be like, see, I told you. Right. The Cowboys been doing a lot of people been saying like the Cowboys is lying, the Cowboys is doing. There's a lot of stuff that the Cowboys have told the truth about.
Right.
Since like even like with Dak's shoulder, he gonna be all right for the first game. Everybody thought that they was lying.
Self-included.
So he really was gonna be all right. You feel me?
Right.
So it's kind of like, I know you scoring from the past. Right now, at the end of the day, Mike said he wants to get the best 5 on the field. I'll take your quote but he didn't say, I want to start. I don't think he said, because I didn't see this come across, I want to start Lael Collins at guard so that I can get the best 5 on the field.
No, he didn't say that. He said there's
going to be different statements.
He said it's going to be the competition at the left guard.
He's playing the game, and I get it. But I get what you're saying too. Like, this ain't the time to play.
Right.
It's not the time to play.
Right. Because
maybe
we could have played these games all season.
Good coaches know how to push the right buttons.
Right.
And maybe he's pushing Lael's buttons like, all right, I ain't just giving it to you. I'm going to let you get a whole day or 2 or 3 of getting ridiculed. Might not start you. But I tell you this, Mike, I'll be rolling with you. I'll be rocking with you even when you make bad mistakes. But I'm telling you, if my quarterback get hit, like regularly, and you just looking at Terrace Steele like he'll get it, I'm going to lose it if Lael Collins is drinking Gatorade.
Right. Over chilling on the sideline, yeah. And
so, as bad as you think,
and I'm with you, because like I said, the thing about a lot of us as fans, we don't have access to what's going on in the locker room, so we don't know what's been going on with Lael's behavior. There could be a tons of things that we don't see behind the scenes. So if this is necessarily a culture-changing message that Mike McCarthy wants to send to the locker room and make an example out of Lael Collins, I'm with it, as long as the energy is consistent. But like you said,
yeah, that means that this game KZ shouldn't be starting either.
Right.
If you send in messages,
right, and that's what I'm saying. You got to keep that same energy. All right, so you want to go out and do all this?
Because if KZ starts,
right,
your message is looking funny in the light.
Right.
If off the field stuff, and look, I kind of want that because I've been tired of this looseness.
Right. I agree.
So if off the field stuff, if he's benched because they're like, look, you got to get your act together. You've been tripping. Then I kind of do respect it. Because sometimes you got to,
because he has been tripping. I mean, Lael has been tripping.
But if KZ start, I'm going to be like, I don't know.
Yeah. All right, yeah. Well, why is KZ out there but Lael on the sideline? So it's going to be interesting, man. So keep the questions coming. I see I got the chat lit up, man.
Chat going crazy. I've been trying
to keep it crazy. Yeah, man. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's see. Colin needs to straighten up. Yeah, I agree. He got some growing up to do. Let's see. I'm with the stay healthy and winning club. So let's get into that question, man. So, there's conversation that Dak didn't practice in team today, that Cooper Rush. See, I got Connor Williams in the brain. Cooper Rush was starting with the ones. So it seems to be a split amongst Cowboys Nation that if Dak is limited in capacity, we should be able to rest him either this game and also the next game and play the long-term game. Or are you proactively wanting to have Dak out there on Sunday night?
Dak need to play. Right. I'm not, me, Tuck. I told you, I don't care if CD returning punts. I'm not a bubble wrap person.
Right.
When I watched football when I was younger, players just played.
Right.
And their bodies was conditioned to play because they just played.
Right.
You know, you do all this bubble wrap and stuff, and your body ain't ready for the war of attrition it's about to go through.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and play him. I like that mindset. Like, it's so many chips that you put on the table when you do stuff like that. Because you look over at Dak being a Warrior, and like Coop being a Warrior, and Ty Smith left the game, came back. Like, these things breed a culture. We go hard around here, you know? Or you could be like some of them other teams, like, oh, I got a nick. All right, we're going to pull him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like the what's being created. But as far as Dak, man, I noticed in Hard Knocks what's going on. If Dak feel like something's going to be really wrong, he'll pull himself out.
Right.
Everybody don't remember that the whole reason the shoulder thing came up is because of him.
Right.
He said, yo, man, let me go check this out. No one called it or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't sailing throws and they pulled him off the side. He pulled himself. So when my quarterback been telling me the truth, I'll tell you that. So after the game, when he said, hey, y'all, I know y'all gonna run with this. I'm gonna be all right.
Mm-hmm.
I just roll with it. Just like in the summer. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna be all right. Everybody was freaking out. I was like, nah, because I hate this. Dak has never shown me to just be a bold-faced liar. The Joneses have.
Right.
But not Dak. So when Dak speaks out, I'm gonna take his word for it until he burned me, knock on wood.
Right.
So he hasn't burned me yet. He told me he gonna be ready. You see, hey, you was talking about it, Tuck. You seen Dak.
That's what I'm saying. Dak was living his best life, man. So I'm not worried. The only thing that starts to worry me is when the Cowboys start talking. Like you said, when Dak talks, I'm like, all right, cool, all right, bro. You gonna play this Sunday? Okay, cool. But then you get the Joneses start talking, and it's like,
well, I don't even speak Jerry. Jerry's hard to understand what Jerry's saying.
Yeah, because he's like, oh yeah, I believe Dak will be out there on Sunday, but if not, he'll definitely be ready versus Bro. I'm like, wait, what do you? If not, you know what I'm saying? So what is the if not?
Well, I know what they're doing. They're playing the game of they don't want the other team to quite know what to prepare for.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
But here's the thing.
I get that.
But how secretive can you be when you don't have a formidable backup quarterback? Like, you know, like.
Well, maybe because if you think Cooper gonna run, you are gonna play. You prepare for more running.
Right.
The irony is this: Dak at a stage in his career where he'll hand it off 40 times. He don't care.
That's what I'm saying. Like Dak is different. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know, man. It's hard to really gauge with this team, but be honest with y'all, I'm 100% certain. Now let me say 98% certain because you got to toss that joke. I'm 98% certain that Dak will be playing on Sunday. I think he'll be out there, and I'm personally not a fan of resting players and doing this whole load management thing that a lot of people are starting to talk about. This is football. Every game I want to win. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to make a difference, so we don't have to go to Green Bay. So we don't have to go to Tampa.
I ain't wanted to trade nobody. We gonna need everybody,
right?
All the way down to players like Bradley and Nye. I know you don't think we need them. No.
Right.
This is a 17-game season,
right?
And we still got 11 games left.
Right, exactly. We got a long season.
Everybody, people tripping. Yo, get rid of him.
Yeah.
No.
Yo, salute to the big dog in the house, man. Got my guy Law Nation in the house. What's going on, bro?
He's on fire. Salute.
What's up, my guy Law Nation? Definitely check him out. So yeah, I think Dak is going to play. Now, there's also conversation. We got some other players back this week for practice today. Dorrance Armstrong. So Dorrance Armstrong was one of the players where I saw like, okay, he's back. I felt like, okay, it's going to push this team forward.
Bro, so, he surprised me, man. I was not a supporter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also like, you should improve. I ain't gonna hate because I wasn't a supporter before.
Before the
he
injury,
showed up balling this year. I'm like,
Dorrance Armstrong was balling, bro.
Dorrance Armstrong was balling for the Chargers game when he got the high ankle sprain.
Right. So having Dorrance back, like I said, adds more, especially with our defensive line, because we're gonna need them, especially versus the Vikings offensive line, because I feel like that's gonna be their weak spot, which we'll talk about.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
How you feeling about Tristan Hill?
I like Tristan Hill.
I know you can't look. I know a picture don't show much.
Nah.
But he looked like, I was like, yo, he looked a little better in shape. I don't know. Maybe I was tripping.
Nah, I like Tristan Hill, man. I liked Tristan Hill last year before the injury. You know what I'm saying? But
I'll let you talk on it then. You tell me how you feel.
I like Tristan Hill. I like, what he was doing even last year under Mike Nolan. But he was starting to find his footing, right? He was starting to find his rhythm. You were seeing some nastiness, some meanness. As bad as our defense was last year, Tristan Hill was the only one out there really showing some effort before the injury. Right now, when it comes to the injury, it's like, okay, so how long was he really delayed? Because he was supposed to have been back for camp. So I kept asking, like, what's going on with Tristan Hill? What's going on? And nobody heard anything. And so Mike McCarthy came out finally and said he's going to be delayed as far as his rehab is concerned. So is it an effort thing? Is it I'm not sure what the mentality is with Trysten Hill. Now, the hardest part when it comes to Trysten is who's going to be banging on the desk for him? Like, who's going to be his sponsor, as they would say?
I think it might be perfect time. I feel like it could be Quinn, because Quinn got a decent voice in that room now.
Right.
I believe it. Trysten just need to have a good game this week because Quinn works. He can work with them D tackles.
Well, see, I'm not sure if Trysten Hill's actually going to play this week, though.
I feel like we ain't got no choice.
I mean, especially with Urban on IR, but
our D tackle room is Watkins, Odigizua,
Diggy,
Bohanna, Hill, the end.
Yeah,
he gonna have to rotate in.
I mean, is he? I'm not, because I know that there was something, and Professor Oka, correct me if I'm wrong, right? Because he was on long-term IR, he had to be on the active roster prior to week 10, or the Cowboys had to cut him. So I'm not sure if they just activated him, but he's going to be delayed as far as participation. I think as far as participation, he also got Hamilton as well.
It's a baby tryout, bro. Because you can cut bait with Hill right now at any time. You ain't gonna lose much. So it's like this. What can he offer us? Mm-hmm. And if he shows a flash in this game, Quinn will say, no, keep him around.
Right.
And if he don't, because this is my theory. Everybody put their tinfoil hat on. This is my theory.
Let's go.
The Cowboys been playing they've been trying to have a 65-man roster. I'm telling you.
Right.
They've been playing with the COVID list. And now they're using IR real strategically because Maurice Candidate does not have that bad of a concussion.
Right. A 4 or 5 week concussion protocol.
Now, Brent Urban might have a 2-week injury. Mm-hmm. And they're going to just eat a week because they said, we got a couple players coming back, but we're not quite ready to cut bait with nobody yet. Mm-hmm. So you know what? Candidate, you ain't been playing that much. Conveniently, Urban, you got a triceps injury that will keep you out for 2 weeks anyway. You go on three-week IR. You go on 3-week IR. Hill, you come up. Joseph, you come up. Now, they're not going to get rid of Joseph. We ain't got to bring that up.
Right.
But, Hill, we do want to see what you got. Can you be an asset? Okay, you're not an asset. We'll cut you fully. And then we'll bring Urban back on this roster. Now, I'm not saying it's Urban or Hill. Mm-hmm. I'm saying that, like, we still got Azur Kamara on 53.
Yep. Yeah, you still got it. Nah, you still got some of those kind of.
Somebody like that might get cut and then reclaimed onto the practice squad if Hill shows, this is a D tackle you need active.
Right, like a Nick Ralston again.
Or we'll cut Hill and people want to crack the squad. My point is, you kind of want to see him. Now, the reason why I said that's a theory is because you would be like, y'all playing too many games in the middle of a season.
Right.
But the thing that tipped my hat to that is 3 weeks for a concussion. I'm like, y'all.
And it was so out of the blue. It was so out of the blue. We didn't find out till yesterday that Maurice Candidate had a concussion. Like, we didn't know about this all bye week. So yeah, they're definitely playing games because, like you said, Maurice Candidate was able to be sacrificed because you do now got Kelvin Joseph coming back off IR.
They know Candidate's worth keeping it. Like, you can go sit down for a little bit. Let us see. You know, it's crazy. Let's see what we got in Joseph.
Right.
Oh. Okay, Joseph. Okay, we need to keep Joseph out there. Because Joseph is a wild card, bro.
Because they were doing the, and my belief they were doing the same thing with Joseph. A groin kept him out this long from camp?
Nope. They was playing their position because they said, you know what, we probably not gonna play him right now anyway.
Right.
But now
let's toss Candidate out there and see what he got.
It's convenient. It's like, all right, bring Joseph up. He ready. He ready. Bring him up. Bring up Hill. And the thing, I know this sounds crazy. Like they was doing that with the COVID list. Mm-hmm. Like certain people got on COVID, they said, cool, we don't got to cut everybody. We're going to use the COVID list to our advantage.
Right.
I ain't saying it's not smart. I'm just saying I peep y'all game, Cowboys. Mm-hmm. Y'all trying to have a 60-man roster and
right. Which I agree. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And use look. And then like watch this. When those players come back, watch somebody that they like conveniently, my hamstring. Yeah. All right. Okay. Right. They're gonna keep using this three-week IR situation until they can't. Mm-hmm. But let me be the person I am. I'm always optimistic to a fault. I'm with you. I went back and watched some Trysten Hill clips I saw the Seattle, like some of the bursts in the Seattle game last year. I'm with you. I feel like he can provide. Look, you know who I think might be on the block if Tristan get busy?
Who's that?
Watkins.
I can see that.
And no hate to Watkins because he's been serviceable.
Right.
But I don't need serviceable. I need legit.
Right.
And I said he's going to be gone forever. Watkins would probably fall down to the practice squad.
Right.
But because ain't nobody going to claim him.
Right.
My point is, if you get a Hill giving you what he was giving you last year, because he got plenty of rest.
Right. You should be ready to go. You should be ready to go.
Get Hill, Neville, Odigizua, Urban. That's my 4.
And Bohanna.
That's and Muhammad. You know what I'm saying?
And then Terrace.
That's my 4. Bohanna's our project. He not going nowhere.
Right.
He gonna get that off-season work where he gonna get big as a house.
Right. And come out disruptive.
Yeah, next year he gonna be way more dominant. But you know what? Next year we probably won't have Urban.
Right. I agree.
So Bohanna needs to just watch Urban's technique, et cetera, because I've been liking Urban, man. He's been doing a lot of dirty work.
And that's what a lot of people don't understand when it comes to Urban, because a lot of people was hitting me up on Facebook like he's a bum, get rid of him. Like what Urban does, it doesn't stand out. It doesn't go in the newspaper. You ain't gonna go on YouTube and see a Brent Urban highlight film. Like you're not gonna get that from Urban. He does a lot of dirty work, man, and he's a pillar of what we've been doing defensively. Now,
hey, look, I ain't trying to hate
disruptive, but he's been doing his job.
You want a sack from Antoine Woods every 5th game, and he can do his little celebration, and you feel like he worth something. Or you want somebody that's so disruptive in the run game,
right,
that you force the people to cut to the outside. Because Urban, you can say we can get ran on all you want to. I'm just going off the stats. We top 10 in run defense last year. Like, you know, and you can say we ain't playing nobody. I don't care what you're talking about. We ain't playing nobody last year. They was just running on us.
Right. Easy money.
Anybody.
Right.
The 4th string Browns running back came in last year, even though he looked pretty decent.
Yeah, he looked decent. So it kind of took that, you know, because I've been so pissed about that Browns game from last year. When I saw Dearness Johnson go off last week, I'm like, okay, maybe it wasn't us. You know?
I tried to be hype about it, like, he was decent.
Right, yeah. Yeah, try to get that boy on my fantasy team, but it didn't work, man. But yeah, I see a lot of people in the chat, man. So about Tristan Hill, but like I said, I liked Tristan Hill last year. Like,
I'm on your bandwagon. Yeah. I'm rolling with Hill, and I'm not saying. Well, look, if Hill come out and get a sack or something this week, I ain't gonna complain. My point is, let's see what the young man got. He young. He like literally is young. He's heard nothing but doubt. So let's see if he a grown man about it. Like, I'm gonna prove y'all wrong. You know, he ain't got nothing to lose. And luckily, it could be worse. We could be calling up Hamilton like we did last year because we have nobody.
Right.
Like last year, we was so downtrodden at D tackle, we was pulling from the practice squad. So this year, a supposed starter from last year is back healthy now. Let's get a young man a shot. Right. He can't. I don't feel like we're going to look up on Sunday and Tristan Hill's going to be getting pancaked every play.
Right.
Like,
he's not going to cost us.
You need to remember that if they think that that's what's going to happen, they just lie to themselves. That's not going to happen. You know, I just want to see if with the new scheme and the new attitude of the defense, you know, because he's coming back into a whole different environment.
Right.
You know, last year it was get a sack and stop the run if you can. This year is literally stop the run on the way to the quarterback, which is what it's supposed to be.
Right. Right. And I feel like Dan Quinn is going to like Tristan Hill once he kind of sees him in action.
That's my point.
And I feel like once Dan Quinn kind of puts his hands on, like, all right, I like this kid, starts to teach with him, mold him a little bit, and develop Tristan Hill's confidence back to kind of where it was last year, I feel like he's going to be an asset. So calm down on the bus. He's not Taco, y'all. Because think about it. Like last year was like his second season, got hurt. Like 3 different coordinators. Like things change, and sometimes these players take a little bit more to fully adapt. Not everybody's going to have instant Micah Parsons impact year one. Like it's going to take a while.
We go back to June. I tell you right now, if I start picking D tackles, I would have been like, Watkins ain't gonna make this team, right? And all that stuff. And Watkins might have just made this team because Neville and Hill have been hurt,
right?
You know,
and so that's where it goes back to trusting the Cowboys timeline. Because remember, Neville's supposed to have been back in October. You know, we dodged the bully. He's going to be back.
That one,
and here we are.
That one pissed me off because I literally heard stories of he could start week 1.
Right.
So you're right. That is, but I never said that the Joneses ain't capable of lying. I said Dak tell me the truth.
Right. Right.
The Joneses will hit you with a 1-2. You gotta keep your eye on them.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's so hard because it's conflicting. Like sometimes you hear him talk and Jerry talk is like, that ain't sound right, bro. So it's going to be interesting. Like I said, no worries about Dak. Now, another player we mentioned we'll go into real quick before we dive into Sunday's matchup is Kelvin Joseph, man. So I know you were a fan of Boss Man. We've had conversations about this. What is your expectations for Kelvin Joseph moving forward this season?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Kelvin Joseph is going to probably get this week, probably 10 snaps, maybe. Kelvin Joseph, and I don't want nobody getting nicked up or nothing. Kelvin Joseph will get a chance to show what he can do.
Right. When
somebody do this, y'all need a moment, and he gets thrown in the game, and then he showed during that play, I'm supposed to be out here. Because right now, unless Anthony Brown just gets roasted and they got to make a change, they're not pulling. AB been playing decent. I can't.
And see, and that's what I'm saying. AB is like Connor Williams of the defense. Like Cowboys fans are so used to blaming Anthony Brown. I see people like Anthony Brown. So I'm like, Anthony Brown is having his best season. He's having his best season. Like,
respect on his name a little bit.
You know what? But I think Cowboys fans, we get so accustomed to saying players are bad. Like we don't even want to give them flowers when they're playing well.
I'll call you bad. You play good. Right. I'll be the first to say, yo, my fault. And hey Tuck, I was beating the Kelvin Joseph drum all summer.
Right.
So I'm the first person that would want to put AB off a cliff.
Right.
But I ain't just stupid. I'm not gonna do it just because I'm stuck on. He will get his time.
Right.
Because everybody gotta remember, our GOAT right now. Everybody loved Trayvon Diggs.
Took him a while.
He missed 6-7 games last year.
Right.
With a little bone, I think he fractured something in his foot. But it was more middle. You got to see Trayvon Diggs early when he was biting on stuff and chasing down Metcalf. And then you got to see Trayvon Diggs got to sit a little bit. He came back. He got them 2 picks in the Philly game, the second Philly game, and he got his first pick in was it 2 in the first? No, 2 in the first, and he got 1 in the second.
Yeah.
My point is he got a chance to not redshirt, but kind of sit down and learn too because he got hurt.
Right.
Hopefully Joseph got what everyone needs. He got humble. Because, Joseph thought that he was going to be having a year in his mind.
Right.
He probably said, you know what? I'm about to shut this league down. And then he got hurt, and you about to sit down.
Because that's how it was. Because remember, we go back to the offseason camp, right? It was
no fly zone.
It was you had Anthony Brown, you had Nashawn Wright. Nashawn Wright took off early, right? And Kelvin Joseph was kind of slowly delayed. And then Kelvin was creeping up. He kind of leaped past Nashawn Wright, and he was chasing Anthony Brown. But then you started seeing in preseason games, Anthony Brown looks comfortable as hell on the sideline. He got his jewelry on. He ain't worried about nothing. So it's like Kelvin Joseph didn't really snatch that position where it made it undeniable. So now you're coming to a situation where you have Anthony Brown playing the way he is. Jordan Lewis, another player that people are accustomed to harping on, is playing.
Can I ask you a question?
Where does he go?
Are we 100% sure that he might not take Lewis' spot?
I don't think so. Jordan Lewis is playing decent as well right now. I feel like right now when it comes to Kelvin Joseph, it's an uphill battle. It's week 8.
He needs somebody to do this. I'm telling you.
Right? Yeah, he does. He really does. Now you're going to see him in some packages out there because he's going to take on that position from Maurice Kennedy. What Kelvin Joseph really needs, he needs Dak Prescott. And when I say that, he needs a blowout game where all of our stars are, and he's getting some reps.
Something different.
Yeah, and when he's getting some bunch of reps out there, to make plays, to actually solidify his position.
He needs a play because he's gonna get it. He's gonna get the TV shine.
Right.
And everybody loves his name, so they can't wait to say it.
Right.
I take it as sarcasm when the announcers say it because they're just trying to be goofy funny.
Right.
Like, oh, boss man, fat. I get the joke.
Right.
My point is, he needs a play where a quarterback attempts to test him. Like, oh, you're a rookie. And he needs to show why we drafted him in the second round.
Right.
He just got to show it.
Right.
I don't mean he's going to start. If he has a great play this weekend, I don't mean he's going to start. It just means that the Cowboys is going to be like, that's why we drafted you.
Right.
Now do it another 10 times.
He needs that moment. He needs
a moment. That's the best way to put it. He needs a moment.
He needs a moment. Because honestly, Cowboys fans, we still kind of split on him. He needs that moment where it's just like, all right, Because Nashawn Wright got it early. When we was watching all them camps, like, it was just like, man, Nashawn Wright went and got that ball. He went snack. Like, Kelvin Joseph just needs that moment.
You can earn it, though. Look, I bet you one thing. They did not plan on Curse playing this much.
Exactly.
He took it.
Right.
When I'm on the field, I'm doing stuff.
Right.
And then you in the defensive meeting with Quinn, like, you better know one thing. You better not take Curse off the field.
Right.
I don't know what we doing.
He made it undeniable where you cannot take J-Ron Curse. I don't give a damn who's coming back.
I don't care.
We're getting Donovan Wilson back. Okay, that's cool. But J-Ron Curse ain't going over. I mean, the same thing with Osa. Like, Osa is one of those players that took advantage of his opportunity.
Oh, yeah, it's a wrap.
Like, he
better not come out that field.
You know, so I feel like Kelvin Joseph is going to have to make that stance where it's like, all right, I don't know what we're going to do, but this kid cannot come off the field. But will he get that opportunity? It remains.
Well, not in the Vikings game. But you know what? And if we handling business, if we the team I know we are, because I don't like to speak in ifs.
Right.
If we the team I know we are, this week we gonna beat Minnesota down, but they're gonna give us a fight early. They're gonna give us a little Carolina.
Right.
You know, they're gonna work through it. We're gonna have to work through it before the blowout. That's how I feel. I feel like we're gonna have to work with Minnesota. It's gonna be a little battle. And then we might score twice.
Well, let's transition to that since we got a few minutes left.
Good.
So what's your thoughts for the game, man? Go ahead and let everybody know.
I feel like this, man. I feel like Minnesota's run defense is sweet and can't be had. They're 26th in the run, averaging 128 yards. And at the end of the day, they haven't faced a running attack like ours. I know they faced Cleveland, but if you ask me, we got a better running game than Cleveland. I don't care. And I know Nick Chubb is a beast.
Right.
But Kareem Hunt ain't better than Tony Pollard. So you can do the mismatch math. I don't care. Last year, in a down year, because I went back and looked at the stats, Andy Dalton threw 3 touchdowns. Zeke ran for 103 yards in the year where everybody said he was fat and slow.
Right.
So even last year, and Tony Pollard ran for 60 last year. So the game plan that I want to implement already happened last year when we won. Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like it's great, and they got great offensive weapons. Great. Good. Our defense got their workout cut out for them. Mm-hmm. Get to work. But at the end of the day, we are the number 1 offense in the league. And I'm not just saying that. It's statistical backed up too.
Right.
And I'm sorry, like, what do Cowboys fans want us to have before they get confident? Like, I got the number 1 offense. You know what I'm saying? And a very, very, very hungry, young, opportunistic defense. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry that I'm not worried about Everson Griffin, who we cut. I'm just not.
Right. Or Xavier
Now,
Woods.
Hunter's good. But Griffin, I'm sorry, big dog.
Right.
I'm just not worried about you. I'm glad you can't wait for the game.
Right.
So you can realize, oh, this is a different team than I was on. It's a whole different team.
Right.
I know you think this is the same team when you was next to Antoine Woods and Xavier Woods, and you think, hey, yeah, that defense can be had. It's not the same defense. Mm-hmm. If you look back at that stat sheet from last year, bro, Sean Lee was playing in that game. Like, it feels like that even to hear that name, you're like, dang, for real?
Right.
You know, so I just feel like they're going to give us a fight. I ain't saying they're not men. They got, you know, and they got some good receivers. Mm-hmm. But I feel like, like what Mac Jones did, I feel like they're going to press. We're going to score. Kirk Cousins is going to press to try to keep up, and that's when they're going to make a mistake. I ain't saying he's going to throw a pick, but I'm not saying he's not. Mm-hmm. I'm saying the pressure, because you know he's not good in prime time.
Mm-hmm. He's going to press. He don't like them night games, bro. He don't like them night games.
He's going to press because our offense is really like that. You can have moments where you feel like you stopped us. Mm-hmm. Think about the Patriots. They was throwing everything at us. All kinds of new defensive looks, right? And they was holding us down. But that levee's going to break. You cannot keep our offense down. Like,
right.
You just can't. You know, so if you come out like, we're going to stop Zeke and them, okay, do your thing. And if you come out like, all right, we're not going to let Dak throw, okay. Like, we can fight left-handed. Most teams can't.
Right.
You know, so I'm confident in this game. I think we will. I feel like it's almost a lot of yourself. You think we're not going to get in the 30s. Oh, we getting in the 30s. It's can they get in the 30s? I can see like 34, 21. You know? Okay. I can see them scoring a couple times, maybe 24, give them an extra field goal. But we're going to beat them by at least 10.
Okay.
Okay.
Shoot. All right. There we go, man. There we go. Hold on. Let me get that. There we go.
I'm not here to, I'll show some respect when somebody's play leading into our game demands it.
Right.
We was playing Kansas City this week. I still be this confident because they ain't been showing me that something else. Now we was playing Arizona this week. I'll show them more deference. I'll be like, okay, y'all deserve it. Y'all 7-0. I'll show them some more respect. I'm sorry, 3-3. And I keep hearing this whole, well, they could be 5-1. Well, we could be 6-0 if they missed that field goal first week.
But see, that's the thing that worries me about this game. And salute to my bro, this comment. Dalvin Cook is the wild card in this game. And I'm a huge Dalvin Cook fan. Y'all know me. If he gets going, it could be a long day for not only our offense, for our defense, because they can just muddy things up, keep our offense off the field. So this is going to be the first game besides, week 1, where I feel like our defense is really going to be tested. And I feel like
I think I need to come off that field. I wish I was in there. Go and pull LV off that field.
Bruh. And now Cowboys fans got mad at me about that.
Start Jabril.
You got to go with Jabril Cox. And here's the thing, not just LVE, Keanu Neal, he can go too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna
start. Look, I don't want to get too thin, but you're right. I'm putting Jabril second.
Yeah, Micah Parsons, Jabril Cox, when we play nickel, need to be our linebackers, period. If you're not
and they don't want to hear it because he's young, I don't want to hear that.
Right.
Patrick Surtain is young. He's just out there playing.
Right.
Put Jabril on the field.
and especially as you've seen what our young players have done thus far, and you saw a glimpse of it from Jabril Cox versus the Giants game. Like, they could
have sent him to Green Bay with what's it called?
With Jalen. Thank you, bro. But I said,
LV, I had
favoritism.
I
bro.
want the 2018 LV to walk through the door. He's not
coming back neither.
I saw him in open space last week, and it was depressing.
He was a liability, and that's why I was saying on this channel, a lot of people who couldn't stand Jalen, I need to see that same energy for LV.
Oh, this is with me.
Because he played just as bad, so he could. I mean, he's going to go at the end of the season, but if you're going to leave Micah, even if you're not going to leave Micah Parsons at defensive end, if you're going to move Micah Parsons, he's going to be your middle linebacker. Jabril Cox needs to be next to him. Now,
this is a week Parsons. Parsons got to show up, man.
Right, he got to. He has to, because
they're gonna play him like they've been doing. Fine, but like you said, if their heaviest swinging chess piece is mainly Cook, hey Parsons.
This is where you have to earn it.
I hate to say it, that's you.
It is.
You up, big dog. Like, if you up.
It really is. Because think about it.
I know not every play.
We haven't played no killers at running back yet. We got lucky because Saquon Barkley got out. There was no Christian McCaffrey. Like, this is the first time we're going to play a killer at the running back position. And they're going to try to run the ball. So
I'll tell you like this. I like the strategy from last year. I saw Donovan Wilson put a hat on him.
Right.
A real hat. Now, I know that was just a bang play. My point is,
but things change.
You got to get physical.
Right.
So I need a physical hitting game, period. I know Randy Gregory going to show up. I know Odigizua. I know how physical they are. But to my point, our linebackers, Curse, because Curse like a hybrid to me. Curse is what I wanted Neal to be.
Exactly. So with that, you can play Curse at linebacker, have Donovan out there at strong, and then also have KZ or Hooker at free. So there's different packages.
I'm with that. Sounds like you need to call Dan Quinn tonight.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So that was my whole idea, where I saw someone just comment, are we ever going to put Micah Parsons back at edge? I don't think we are, especially now you got Dorrance Armstrong
Next
back.
year, you'll get your wish.
Maybe so.
When they move on from when they look at that D-Law contract, if D-Law don't come back and go on a tear, they're not paying them again next year.
Oh, no, that's what people don't understand. That's a whole nother conversation.
We can do that. We can do that streaming
because they kind of planted the seeds, like, could we move on for DeMarcus Lawrence? Like, yeah. But I was saying, if you were going to move Micah Parsons defensive end, you could theoretically go with Jabril Cox and Jaron Curse as your linebackers in a nickel position. And that just turns up the speed to another notch. But they're not going to do that. But you can still have Curse back there to be your coverage guy.
I know if they act like Cox don't bring like a heavy load when he hit people. Like he just ain't, I know he knocked Daniel Jones out the game and all that. I'm just talking about, but my point is, I need you to get him on the ground.
Right.
Now, and I'm not even saying he can't. I'm a more proponent of, like, can he show me he can't tackle? Because I saw him, I feel like he can hit just fine. That's the media, that's the narrative they putting out there that he can't hit. I think he'll be fine.
He's just fine.
But it's better than me watching you try to change directions and just fall down like LVE be doing. Because he just can't do it.
LVE's lateral movement and change of direction is horrible. It's just as
Like
bad as
me.
the guy we just sent to Green Bay. Like the play versus the Patriots on last Sunday or 2 Sundays ago. It was just out in space, and LVE looked like his analog broke. You ever play Madden? He just like, bro, what's up with my joystick? Y'all gave me a dead controller. Like, that's what it looked like. And so with Jabril Cox back there, even if he's not delivering the same hit with the frequency of LVE,
He's gonna get there.
He's gonna
He
get
got good
there.
instinct.
He's gonna get there.
LVE
He's
don't
gonna
make
slow
that play the other week.
Exactly. And plus, also with Cox being a hybrid safety / linebacker, he can cover a lot better in space. And so, I mean, I don't know.
I'm just ready to see the future, man. It's just enough people. Like before the season, if I'd have said, "All right, put Odigizou out there starting," everyone was like,
right,
nah, because he a little green.
Right.
No, now it's like, no, don't take him off that field.
Right.
I feel like I'll feel like that about Jabril after about 3-4 weeks.
Right.
But no, I'm not gonna do it. I almost said something foul. You ever just wanted somebody to sprain the ankle?
I feel you.
You just wanted LVE extra sturdy this year, ain't
he about due anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Like, but this year he won't get nicked at all. I'm like,
He's gonna be out there every game.
Yo, he's good for getting hurt, and then when I don't want him out there, he just sturdy.
Yeah.
But I don't wish injury on nobody, so that was more joking. I'm just saying, like,
we
can
want
we
to see
get a
rotation?
Cox?
Right. We want to see
because he is a liability.
He is.
I need Dan Quinn and I need Mike to be able to be like, yo, look, I just watched him get shook out of his shoes 3 times. Get him off the field.
Right.
You know, because you got to be able to call some executive decisions.
Right.
And it might not be, at the end of the day, it shouldn't be LV. It's probably going to be, his boy is Neil. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have to go through Neil and LV before we get to
Jabril Cox. Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But LVE, man, he's just not it to me. I'm sorry.
He's not. Like I said, I need that same energy y'all had for number 9 for LVE, because it's just as bad, if not worse. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? He
can't have favorites.
He do a swipe so everybody can hate him.
Yeah, well, or switch his number. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know, bro. But it's like, yeah, I don't see that same energy. But it's like, I think when you add Jabril Cox out there, just the speed of this defense goes up a whole nother level. And here's the thing about the rookie.
I love the speed.
Don't halfway play with it. Like, if you want to go young, you want to go speed.
And you know what, bro?
Go for it.
The bigger thing. Everybody keep forgetting this is a passing league.
Right.
Let Jabril show you why he got drafted.
Right.
I know everybody be like, yo, Carson's looking a little crazy in coverage. Let a tight end try to get over on Cox and you realize, wow, he can cover like a corner.
Right.
And then that's what will keep him on the field. Mm-hmm. He needs to break up a pass that a linebacker can't get there.
Right.
That's what'll keep him on the field.
Right.
You know, but
yeah, because the key to this game, as I said earlier, is going to be getting pressure on Kirk Cousins. But also, even though Kirk Cousins ain't Lamar Jackson by any stretch of the imagination, or Kyler Murray, he will use his legs to scurry out and get the
thing is the bootleg.
Yeah. And so he'll use his legs, and so you're gonna need someone back there with a possible spy just to watch him on those short 3rd and 4s.
That's why I need him to keep lane integrity, because he loves the bootleg.
Right. He'll bootleg.
I need them to
go up the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, I know we like the stunt. But I need the person that's coming back out for the stunt,
right,
swerving back outside, to keep him in it, because he loves the bootleg.
Right.
That's their play action bootleg is like, that's his bread and butter.
Right.
So I just I would hope they would know that if I know that, and I ain't even X's and O's guy.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's what he likes to do. And what happens is once Dalvin Cook gets the run and Madison gets the run moving, it opens up that bootleg, and then you have Thielen, you have Jefferson, and so on. So here's what we got to really do, y'all.
LVE could be a trade piece. I would love to.
They're not going to trade no one's going to trade for LVE because
that's what I'm saying. No one's going to trade. They watch film like we do.
Right. Yeah. They're not going to trade for that. That's like saying we could trade it for Jalen. Like, no one's going to trade for that. Like, they see it. They know what's going to be available.
But you know how we had that breaking news they cut Jalen? I would love a breaking news. They cut LVE too.
But they're not going to do that because that's going to trim the fat with the linebacker room. Now, I will say this. Another guy that we do have in-house was Anthony Hines. We also get Francis Bernard back, but I don't think they're going to cut LVE.
I was a big fan of Bernard about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, but I just don't think they're going to move on from LVE for that. They're going to roll out with LVE throughout this season, and then he'll be gone next year.
Would you do it?
Cut LVE? Nah. Not
Would you
cutting him.
trade? Like, would you go ahead and get you a sixth?
Yeah, a 6. Yeah, no.
You think he can get a 6?
You're gonna get that comp pick. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get that comp pick regardless. So it's like,
I just feel like, look, I'm not trying to look. This isn't going to be an LV rag session.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you, we're always aligned with this, bro. No matter what, we just want to see. We're not above. We don't like have a player that we so stuck to and we don't care what's going on with the team.
Right. It's
You feel
team
me?
first. Right.
All of us, we just want this stuff to be for team first. If LVE comes out there and gets 15 tackles this week and balls out,
Right.
I'm going to give him props.
Right.
I'm going to say keep doing it, but I'm not going to ignore it because I somehow got a vendetta.
Mm-hmm.
But he just has been playing horribly, and I don't want him on the field.
Yeah, he's been bad, and he's been a liability. And he was a huge. All the linebackers, to be honest with you, versus the Patriots were a liability. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, but LVE and Keanu O'Neal, they've been playing bad. So
Yeah, Parsons had a bad day.
Parsons had a bad day, man. And here's where Cowboys fans got to start setting the expectations. That Parsons that everyone fell in love with, and we were beating on our chest, Defensive Player of the Year and all that stuff.
Edge rusher.
He might not be there no more. You know what I'm saying? Because that was when he was coming off the edge, making plays, getting the backfield. But you get him off in cover 3, cover 2, playing the hook zones and out there.
I seen him make a good goal line stop as a linebacker. He's had a couple baby moments.
But it's not. It doesn't jump out as it was when he.
No, it's not gonna be like when you
chase
chasing Justin Herbert. It's
right,
different.
Right. And so here's what Cowboys got to understand. But you're gonna have to allow Micah Parsons to grow into a middle linebacker. Versus, like I was saying on my channel the other day, is like you get instant impact just moving him to the edge right now.
Bro, when he put on 15 pounds this offseason, but he's still running a 4.3, and he started looking like a faster, twitchier Jalen Suggs, you gonna just chalk it up. All right, man, you a DN.
Right.
You gonna have to just give it up.
Right.
You and Randy Gregory, it is what it is.
Right.
And I've already wrapped my mind around it because you made the biggest point ever.
Right.
You want Von Miller?
Right.
Or Fred Warner.
There it is, yeah.
And I was like, shit.
Right. I want that Von. You know,
I want Von all day, every day.
Yeah, exactly. Because it changes things. Like think about that game. Go back to that Chargers game. If we did not have Parsons getting that type of pressure, you know what I'm saying? Like he changed the outcome of the game. Micah Parsons, and I said this when I'm doing my draft content. He's not a middle linebacker. He's a game wrecker. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like he can wreck the game coming off the edge a lot more than he can blitzing the A-gap, dropping off in coverage right now.
If he turned into Luke Kuechly, then we have a discussion.
Right.
Because Luke Kuechly was just everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was like, all right, you are having an impact like an edge rusher. You were almost everywhere.
Right.
So if he turns into that, I'll shut up.
Right.
But if he don't, and he's an average linebacker, then you just lying to yourself.
Right.
Now, I don't feel like his talent is average linebacker talent. I feel like he's learning. So that I don't want it to be taken as a slight.
Right.
Like Parsons is incredible. He's a freak of nature.
Right.
But his learning sometimes is happening in the middle of a really important game, and we can't really stomach that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As opposed to just pin your ears back and go get him. Because the learning curve for DN is just different than Mike.
For the middle linebacker, right. You are the quarterback of the defense when you're playing middle linebacker. You know what I'm saying? So he's thinking, he's reacting, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot on his shoulders playing the middle linebacker versus defensive end.
Can a DN be the leader of a defense?
Huh? Can a defensive end be the leader of the defense? Absolutely. Yeah. If he calls it
that's all I need because I like his attitude.
Yeah, because he built off that energy.
7-11 all night. That need to be the leaders of my defense.
Yeah, and a lot of people criticize me when I said this after the draft. I said Micah Parsons is going to be the leader of this defense the moment we draft him because he was going to ignite the new era. Like he was the face of the defense.
Well, that's back when everybody was a big proponent of the off the field stuff, and they just couldn't get it out of their mind.
Right? Yeah. You know, like
that's all.
Yeah, it's funny how quickly that changes, man. But anyway, hey man, my guy, I appreciate you for coming by, my guy. Yeah, you know, people get amnesia all of a sudden.
I know what you're talking, but we gonna leave that where it's at. We don't get nobody no shine that don't need it.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you for stopping by, man. So once again, man, tell everybody where they can find you.
Hey, man. Look, man, it's your boy, Mr. Rome. You can find me at Cowboys Fan Talk on YouTube and Cowboys_Fan Talk on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? And look, Twitter where you need to be at too. You need to be there. Trust me. That's when you go hear and see stuff way faster than when we can get these videos out.
Right. Yeah. Twitter is a unique place, man. It's a gift and a curse. Like I love it sometimes, but sometimes I hate it, man. But definitely give my guy a follow on Twitter, and also give me a follow on Twitter at JTuck151.
Everybody that's in here, man, y'all need to go follow Tuck at Cowboys Fans Only. First and foremost, if you're not gonna plug it, you need to go to CowboysFansOnly.com and get you these shirts. Seriously, and Tuck cooking up something good. But I'm
cooking up. Man, salute to one of my boys, man. He called me out. He's like, bro, you've been playing 2K. You ain't been cooking up no shirts, have you? I was like, nah, I haven't, bro.
Tuck got some ideas coming, so make sure you get the shirts. But y'all make sure y'all follow my boy Tuck, man. Y'all know me. I speak off the cuff. I ain't gonna teach you much. Go learn something over at Cowboys Fans Only, because Tuck over there teaching. You know what I'm saying? I can talk good. I ain't gonna teach you much.
Nah, you be teaching, bro. You be trying to downplay yourself, bro. You be teaching too.
Hey, look, I just be talking. I don't be teaching much. You ever see me try to break down some film, you gonna change the channel.
Hey, but it's all about adding. Like I said, that's what we're here for, man. Just to educate the community. You know what I'm saying? It's not about me. It's not about Rome. It's about us as a Cowboys community coming together, man, and ultimately getting the 6th ring and putting the best product out there on the field, man. Because man, last year was stressful. I know you started last year. I started last year, man. We, putting the Joker face on and smiling on the camera.
It was long. That's why,
it's going to be okay.
Cowboys fans, man, enjoy this whole season.
Right.
Stop letting the haters tell you to fast forward to the playoffs. No. Tell them that every game you're going to watch us beat Minnesota.
Right. Denver, the Falcons.
And Denver and Atlanta. And you're going to just watch this whole season.
Right.
I'm not letting nobody make me fast forward.
Right. You're trying to
and tell me that none of this stuff matters. No, I'm gonna enjoy this.
Right.
Oh.
Facts, man. But hey, like I said, follow me on Twitter at JTuck151. YouTube channel Cowboys Fans Only. I appreciate all the support. Comment, like, subscribe, and of course, CowboysFansOnly.com. Use the code down there, CFO Gain, to get 10% off. I promise y'all, man, I'm gonna cook up some stuff this weekend. I got y'all, man. But hey, we got a good game coming up on Sunday. I feel like it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a close one, but I feel like the Cowboys will prevail and keep this streak going. So everyone tune into my guy Rome, tune into me, man, and continue to keep the support, man. So I want everybody to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged, and go Cowboys.